Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. Some of you might hear that I'm sick again. I told my Discord that again a bug caught me. So something as a warning. Kids bring nasty bugs with them after school holidays, and so I was basically sick 2 weeks in a row. It's the worst. Good. Today we have to do an experiment. We have to do some more bringing up this base, bringing the base up to speed basically when it comes to the survivability of the astronauts here. We are going for realism. So first thing that we should do is I need oxygen. I need an oxygen storage. And so we will go and put down some oxygen tanks, some oxygen farms, because we have, you can see that up here, a nice place for this. And I later want to test, because this one thing that I didn't really think about is this moon has an atmosphere. It is very deep. It seems to be very just in these craters basically, and we will test if we can harvest ice from it, because we have the vaporators, and because I brought in some more solar panels. You can see that I doubled up. I should have the power to do that. So the first thing, just some oxygen tanks. I want to have them here on the roof of the workshop. That's the best place for them. And we can just cap them off with some blocks. We will later go inside and I will show you some things that I also did. And because the sun here is at the moment fixed, I'm thinking about changing that, because now most of the builds, and with the smart rotors, I should be good to maybe change that again. So as an explanation, I have the sun fixed because I don't like to record at nights. Then you have to light up the whole area and you have to be, don't know, crazy with maybe raising the gamma of your videos, something like that. And I don't like to do that. So I basically wanted to have small steel tubes, bulletproof glass and small steel tubes. I wanted to bring more light to my videos, and that is possible by just keeping the sun where it is every time. And I don't know, for me it's a lot nicer to just record while the sun is up. So we need some more small steel tubes. I hope that I still have enough materials for that. I went back up to the ship to just work there for a bit. I had to implement some food there. I brought in different styles of cockpits. We will, don't know, if we have time after this is done, we will maybe go up there and take a look. Good. What are we missing? We are not missing anything here, and we are still missing small steel tubes here. Might be that I don't have enough. Let us order some more. Just because we can. If I'm sniveling, I'm sorry. I might have to sneeze, by the way. Give me a sec. It is just the worst, and you can't sneeze. Then I told the people on my Discord that it is kind of the thing that if you work with kids that have some, don't know, disabilities or something like that, some of them just, the concept of holding your hand in front of your mouth when you're sneezing is just something that doesn't happen. And so you are getting stuff. It's not nice. And if it's not the rear end that makes trouble, because it's, I don't know, that then it's mostly a cold or something like that. It's just the bug that goes around once, most of the time when the holidays come. It's the worst. It is just the worst. Good. That's done. We have full light on them, so these produce oxygen for us now. We have some ice still in storage, so this will be used, I'm pretty sure. I produced some water before so that we can, that we don't run completely out of water for everything. But you can see that the O2 generator is producing like crazy. Let us go and take a look when the oxygen farms or the oxygen tanks are full. Okay, yeah, I might run out of ice, but then the oxygen farms should take over. It's 1 liter or close to 2 liters per minute. That's good. So that it works out. The ice that I want to harvest is more... it's more of a thing that I want to have in the backhand, so that I don't have to always grab ice. But on the other hand, it would be good to deal with that and just bring ice from asteroids or bring ice from the surface somewhere. I at least want to test if the whole thing works. So if it doesn't work, I'm happy with it. We can live without it. If it works, we have to decide if we do something and just keep that thing running and say everything's fine. The problem is, I don't know, I don't want to cheat everywhere. Oh, it works. Atmosphere density. So we have a really, really dense atmosphere down here. This should bring... Oh, it brings in good amounts of ice. This doesn't feel right. Let us keep the ice a thing that we have to bring in. So we have oxygen now. We will not have hydrogen down here. So we will have to think about an ice supply. So this would be just too crazy, because this is basically free ice. And maybe that's something we shouldn't do. Again, on Dune, I did that to get the whole wind farms right, or moisture farms, something like that. Here, let us find an ice deposit and see if we can say, don't know, that we maybe bring that in from here. If I can find something not in this crater, I want to keep the craters kind of pristine. But if we find something on the outskirts, then that might work. Let me show you some things before. Okay, I'm running around and I'm storing food right now. It's not a lot, but I'm trying to store that so that I can stock up on it, basically. At the moment, come on. Okay. So at the moment, the whole thing is still not perfect because I'm not getting a lot of organics. I have a lot of water. I have a lot of gravel now. That's also something that I might want to bring in, at least a bit. Oh yeah, we are here in the command center. But I need, I don't know, I would have to process a lot of water to get the organics. And at the moment, again, I'm missing the ice. It's something I definitely need to deal with. So I brought up a projection of the base down here. It's an older one. I might have to update this. But this gives us the feeling that we can see, okay, is every module working as intended? And the astronauts can sit here and can discuss that and can make sure that everything works as it should work. And I brought in the automatic LCDs mod. Not mod, it's script. The cool thing about these screens, and I had to remove the other one, I will replace it with one of these. Let me do that for a sec. These screens from what mod are they? They are from... I have another thing that I wanted to test. Yes. We will go and do that in a second. By the way, here you can see that I'm testing another thing. It's the Epstein thruster cone, or the Epstein fusion drive. I just want to see that, how that looks. Not again, it's for testing purposes in the game right now. So the screens are from, I think, from the what is it? It is called, it's that one. Let me go and check that. Otherwise I will go mad. It is corner panel from the... Oh, come on. Drone. Something space. Or... Small block, Scorpion. I'm not getting it. Immersion? Takeshi, no. Example, Digi, AV, window, That now makes me mad. Otherwise, give me a sec. I will go crazy if I don't find that out. It is the spacebar bridge consoles. That was what I was searching for. So these monitors not only work as monitors, they are basically programmable blocks. So you have to do a bit of finagling with that. Name it LCD and then go into the custom data and basically, let me take a look. Does it work without? Oh, it works without, because this is then the monitor. It's weird. You can go in and just say, I want this to be the main monitor, works then as an LCD together with the automatic LCDs. You have a bit of a nice readout and also the readout from automatic LCDs. This is just power. I wanted to see the power situation, how often the reactor jumps in to meet, to get the power needs to meet, because I might have to add some more batteries. Sometimes we just, the reactor goes into work and then we lose a reactor medium that we don't want to lose, kind of. Good. Let me go into the food areas. Food area. Again, we still have a few things that we might want to bring into the different. I want it in the food sequencer because I'm producing these space meal bars. They are something that is relatively easy to produce and it doesn't need special things, but they feed us well, and it is a space meal bar. Space meal. That's what we are eating here. We are not in the bright future at the moment where we basically can just bake. We don't have replicators. Let's say it that way. We have to deal with these bars. Maybe they are not so nice. I imagine them to be not the best. Maybe better than artificial food or the emergency rations. But the space meal bars kind of, because they are made out of algae and gravel and some organics. And let's say organics are also made by going to the toilet. Good. they are not tasty, but I'm producing stuff. I'm producing. See, I also produced some carrots, some potatoes, and some cucumbers and some tomatoes. So we're getting that in too. That's good. And now I have to juggle this around a bit. So 2 here so that we can make some more seeds. And that's the cool thing about the whole daily needs. I can start to also juggle around with different things. I can basically say, okay, let us do this. And carrots, potatoes, and tomatoes. I hope I have all the stuff for that. Again, it gives me the possibility to just juggle around with foodstuffs too. It's great. That's why I kind of want to separate this. I don't have the space for it, but if I could just place everything now just on its own without all the automation in between, it would be nice, because then I would have to use my hands to transport stuff to somewhere else. But there's the space here is limited, so I will leave it connected and maybe stop using the conveyors for these machines so that I can put it in by hand. That was all the thing that I kind of found fun about Minecraft, that I could just go in and sometimes just use my time to not build, but to juggle your daily needs. So there's another decoration mod that I wanted to test. It's the box decoration IR. It is a mod that says that the guy wants to bring in different types of just boxes standing around. And there was also there was something else. I brought another mod in to test. That's this one, the Toyami head. Let's take a look at it. It is a trophy, and this will go onto Fundland. Here I don't need that at the moment, but this will definitely go to Fundland. Some people might have seen a stream that we are trying to build a hunting lodge, and this hunting lodge needs trophies. I searched for that, and I would like to have more trophies. Other animals or just the legs of these things. There was something else that was in this mod. Decorations. Decoration blocks. I have so many mods that it is just not fun anymore. Oh, I found out that the room lamp is not working anymore. That's something I don't like, because this thing just helped me out a bunch with with lighting up huge rooms. Was working on the ship in orbit, and it made problems. Not nice. Where is it? I have so many blocks, and some of them are just not sorted into the different categories. That makes for a problem. Again, riveting content here, but it's the way it is right now. Okay. I'm stopping now. There was something else. I will look that up, and maybe we talk about that the next time or so. I will not stop recording right now just to find out what it was. Oh yeah, I brought in an antenna. So that now we have contact to the ship in orbit. What else? I'm saving up materials for the how's it called? The update or the upgrade modules here, we'll do that in a bit. Now that I have enough power, I hope that I can get away with some speed mods at least. I'm still thinking about a way to add a ramp for this thing, but this would be huge. And I'm planning the next module. I want to have another module, maybe that leads up from the command central or from the next module over. I'm not sure. Maybe command would be a good thing. Just back. Now that I have some decorations with these trees and with some plants, we could think about something like a biodome or so. So again, to plan our next steps to upgrade this station. So what would be the next thing that comes in when astronauts would plan a base on the moon or something like that? I'm not sure, but the next thing I kind of would think about is maybe a biodome, have better oxygen production, have a bit of, again, a bit of a way to, it sounds so dumb because again we are doing that here in boxes, have a place to grow food or something like that. It's this weird thinking that, don't know, again, I don't have any clue how a space station would be planned. I can just assume, and for me it would be a nice way to, don't know, to test the growth of plants here on the moon, on the lunar surface, or on the objective surface. Let me add some more batteries. I'm thinking about this the whole time, and now it needs to be done. I should still have some. We'll be back in a sec. After clearing everything, I had the idea to just maybe take a look at what plans are there for moon colonization. Let's say it that way. There are many, and it's hard to find out how. Don't know if, or let's say it that way. In a 10-minute search, it is hard to find out how the plan would go. What module would be there first? And so we just assume. I'm making my own moon mission. So we at the moment have a bit of an established moon base that is just here to do a bit of scientific work. So at the moment we are not self-sustained because for being self-sustained, we would need to find ice here. So the next mission would be to maybe find ice. We will take out this ship to maybe find a bit of ice, and not too close to the base. Again, I want to keep this nice here. And maybe bring that in later, however we do that. But for now, we can just bring that in from orbit. And after we found the ice, we should be self-sustained. So then we can start to think about bringing more modules in. Again, the next thing I would do would be a bit of a luxury item that would be, something like a I wanted to say it. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Something like dang, it's gone. Where we can grow plants and have maybe a bit of earth with some plants in it. I had a biodome, something like that. That was what I was searching for. And then we could see the don't know, you normally would do something like this for a specific purpose. A moon base, for example, don't know, maybe has some some really maybe even industrial reasons why there would be a moon base, something like that. I don't know. It's just we it's not only science that the moon base can help with. We could usually on a moon base we could, for example, produce some materials that are easier produced in maybe low gravity. I don't know. And the moon has resources. So with object 85, we assume that is the same. So one thing we might want to think about extracting valuable resources from here and thinking about what this could be. I don't know. Well, I'm not sure what we found here already. So because uranium and iron, okay, we can find that everywhere. Maybe we find, don't know, platinum or something like that. That we could then bring back to our home base with freighters. Again, we were just basically RPing here. Why would there be a station on this rock? Problem that I have is what I don't see at the moment is any of these usual spots that we can see. So no dark spots, nothing that indicates any good spots to drill. Maybe that's on purpose. It could be that the author or the guy that made this moon, maybe it was planned that there's not a lot of indication what's where. I would like just a spot for ice. That's the only thing I really need. Maybe the range of our ore detector is not too good. Okay, let us not go too high. If there's poles, we could see if we can find anything on the poles. It could be something, but I don't see it. Let's go maybe a bit higher for now. Otherwise, we will have to search in the craters, but then we will go one over so that the crater that we have there is, in the end, a nice crater without any boreholes, any lesions. No, lesions is maybe a word for something. I don't know. Any broken up surfaces in. I want to have it nice and rover friendly. Let me make a bit of a trip around this rock to see if there is any indication for surface ice, so poles or something like that, but I don't see it. I just see rocks at the moment. That's the worst. This thing, by the way, is not too big. It's a relatively small thing. Ah, this looks so great. Let me take a bit of a shot of this. Okay, nice. This will maybe... Don't know. Maybe I do this as the thumbnail, but the main thing I wanted to do is go around and find some ice. I will go to the crater that is next to the one we have. And then maybe find some ice there, hopefully, because we want to drill into that anyways. If we then use this crater as a way to get some materials, get some ice. That would be okay. Back in a sec. I'm flying around in this crater for a few minutes now. That's the one next to ours. And it is not promising. Usually you would find, don't know, ice everywhere, stuff like that. But here we don't. That's not promising. Okay, I need to see something. Because I have another feeling that one of my plans might be foiled by, yeah, things that I can't really control. But the thing is that I thought about, and we talked about this, maybe it could be good. It could be good. It could be good. Drilling a tunnel through this crater wall into the next tunnel. And the problem that I have is that, so let's go here and see, make a GPS just here, new from current position. I don't need it to be named. I will leave the ship here for a second. Go into this. So the thing is that I have, it could be good. It could be good. So the surfaces of the, basically this, I hope that this ground is basically sea level, so that this ground and the other side are on the same level. So if I drill straight ahead, that I do not end below or above the surface here. That will be something to test. So we might have to go out a bit and do some, yeah, do a test. We need a rover down here that can help us with this. And again, I don't know how to do this. We need ice. We definitely need ice. I have 2 more scout rounds to just hopefully find some ice somewhere. It could be a very, very dry rock. Then we would have to bring everything in. So then we definitely need a way to maybe... Okay, there's iron. Iron doesn't help me. If I go back, is there more? Please don't damage this. No, there's just iron. Sorry for... I always have to clear my throat a bit, cough a bit, and cough a bit. Nickel? We have nickel, we have iron. That's not a thing we really need. Ice would be great. I don't overlook this. If I see it somewhere. Ah, that's the worst. Good. I will do some more scouting runs later. We will go back now and think about... I will think about a rover that we maybe can use to drill into the site, find out if we can make a nice tunnel for us, and don't know, think about a way how we deal with the ice situation. If we can't find any ice here, then the next step will be an orbital station. Something realistic too, maybe. Something that looks a bit more realistic than usual space stations that we would build. A bit of storage so that we can transfer ice from orbit to space. Maybe with a drone or a small cargo vessel. We will have to see. The KMAX did some work with a cargo ship, or with an Eagle-like ship from Space 1999, and that's always a thing I also had in my mind, to build basically a modular cargo ship. And maybe we can think about something like that. Have a modular cargo ship that we could standardize with some cargo capabilities, something that can land here, so it will not be too big, and then it could leave containers on the surface so that we can clear them out, something like this. The problem is, at the moment, I found up until now, I found uranium and I found nickel and iron. So it could be that all the other materials we might have to bring in from orbit too. So usually you would make some. Oh, we don't have ice anymore. Ugh. Usually you would make survey missions and not drop a space station and then think, okay, we will go now and do some. It's just, don't know, drop the moon base and then think about what's there, what do we need to bring in, what do we need to find there. It will in the end all work out. Good. Rambled on for long enough, people. I would say that's all. Hope you like this episode, and maybe if you have tips, maybe you have ideas, then let me know. And I would say hope to see you in the next one. See ya, guys.